I remember being in like third grade and being obsessed with Paris Hilton and wanting to be like her. Like, that makes no sense at all. Like, how could you even be anything like Paris Hilton when you're in third grade? I was trying to be like her, and like we would like watch the show and like
Oh my God.
watch like the other one with like Holly Madison and stuff, like The Girls Next Door, like all those shows. And like all I wanted to be was like a bimbo from the time I was like 7 or 8. Like,
Wow.
it's crazy, like just because of TV and like what they would show on TV and what they would show in magazines as being good. And like it just made me just want to be that more than anything in the world. Like, I just wanted to be like hot and just dumb and like just, you know, like a bimbo.
There was a point for me where I was like, okay, this isn't just empowering. This isn't just like amazing, but it feels like that's different for you. Like, how do you relate to that part of kind of like reflecting on how you've built your career and like your body as a commodity?
I guess at this point, back then I didn't realize how lucky I actually was. Like, I really feel like I took it for granted and like didn't realize how lucky I was to be able to do that at all. That like, it's crazy. Like, this sounds fucked up, but like sometimes I'll see like people from that I like went to high school with on like social media, and I'll be like, whoa, that's what a 25-year-old looks like. Because like I'm so used to seeing like you and like, or like that, I'm not used to like people in their 20s and 30s looking like that. I'm used to them being just like so stunning and like looking just so different. And yeah, I think I just really had no comprehension of how lucky I actually was and like how fortunate I actually was and how unique my situation actually was. Like, I don't know if I fully really
like
understand
getting
that.
the fuck out, basically.
Yeah, I never fully understood like how lucky I actually was to be able to get out based off of that and not like going to some crazy college or like, you know, doing something with your mind like most people have to do. In sex work in general, like being on cam or something like that, like that was the only kind of day that I could get through. Like, I couldn't get through a day working as a waitress. Like, I literally could not make it through the day. I couldn't make it through the day working in an office. I couldn't make it through the day doing anything other than sex work.
Do you think it was like the performance and the like, what about it?
Yeah, I think it was the fact that it was like a performance and the fact that like your whole goal in it is just making someone come, and it's not like my whole goal is to like serve 500 people in this night and I'm a cocktail waitress. That I can't accomplish that, but like to make one person come, I can accomplish that. You know, like, and I just would way rather do that than like what it was like to be a waitress was like so fucking traumatizing. Like, my boss was so fucking creepy. He was like a actual sexual predator. Like, nobody in porn's a registered sex offender. Nobody. And like, but like dudes that works at restaurants
So you basically
are.
felt safer working in porn than you did in a restaurant.
So much safer working in porn than in a restaurant, because in porn it was like, this is what we're gonna do today. There wasn't like then this random guy comes up to you and tries to touch you. None of that ever happened to me. Like, there was no like, oh, then now this guy is trying to have sex with you. Like, none of that shit ever happened. Like, everyone was just completely consensual, and like, I don't know, like, it was just so, I just felt so much more respected there than in a restaurant. It's really crazy coming off of a sex work career, because you're like so used to like having casual sex, and then when you're someone like me that's like scared of hooking up with people, your life gets real
Wait, why
confusing.
are you scared of hooking up with people?
I'm just afraid they're never going to talk to me again, and that would just like fuck with my brain too much.
Those feel like polar opposites, like to be so used to casual sex but then also be scared they're never going to talk to you again.
Yeah, I am very interesting, you could say.
So how the hell do you have sex without like because that's an inherent risk if you have like casual sex that they're just never going to talk to you again.
I know, that's why you just need to like just have boyfriends.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. But I'm like, I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm like, I think you just, for me, I'm like, I just have learned to like just not care. I'm like, if I never talk to them again, like their loss. Literally, that's what I think, which is, yeah.
No, I can't handle it. And like, I would rather just like continue having sex with the same person I've been like hooking up with for like a long time than like to try to find someone new that could possibly never talk to me again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But what about like when you shoot? I mean, I guess with porn, it's like it's a job, so it's not
It's a
the
job.
same. You don't.
So
it's
it
not
didn't
personal.
feel personal at all.
Yeah,
I felt nothing from it at all.